Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. It's Lee from Magnetic North Adventures. Hope you're all doing well. To my subscribers, new, old, those just visiting, you're all very welcome. And today I'm going to be over in Manchester City, England, doing a tour, and we'll go from there. And this is going to be part of the Roman tour series. So I've arrived in Manchester. That's Manchester behind me there, and today I'm going to be meeting up with mint chocolate chip balls, and we're doing some tours together, go for some food, see what's happening. It's a nice day at the moment. There we go. So we'll see what happens. I hope it's going to be a good day. I've got a feeling it's going to be. So the old Midland Hotel, Manchester. One of the greatest buildings of Victorian Manchester, built in the 1800s. Look how nice that is, folks. And just there we've got Manchester City trams, totally different to ours in Sheffield. But yeah, that is one really lovely building. Right then, folks, I've met up with somebody. He's over my shoulder.
Hello folks, good to see you all.
We got Minty with us, Richard Green.
I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's really nice weather out here today with our lovely friend Lee.
There we are. We're going to have a nice day out. Are we having a coffee in a bit?
Might do, yeah.
Oh, well there you are, folks. We're going to have a coffee as well, so pretty cool.
Good to see you all.
So I hope you're all well, and I'm going to try and get this video edited very fast, maybe for the weekend. So just walking around, that's pretty cool. And that's the side of that building of the Midland Hotel. Just there, you can see it's a massive building, brick and tile. Manchester's finest. So Great Northern Railway goods warehouse, now a car park, and then you've got this little amphitheatre area that you can sit and enjoy. We're in Deansgate, Manchester. You've got the old buildings all around you, and then that one up there. So Manchester again. And we've got this really cool street mural and some nice flowers on that one. So we've got the old opera house built in the shape of an old Roman temple just there, and that's going to be iconic because we're going to the Roman features soon. So Manchester City Centre, and I've just stepped into America, gone back to the 1960s, 1970s. Got this sort of tropical effect area. And got this really beautiful Chevy. Look at that. I know it's rustic, but I actually like that, folks. That's nice. There we go. Pretty cool. The old cap on it there. Massive solid wheels. That's cool. So we've got a canal area, a lot of litter in there. You've got the old structure from the bridge over there. But yeah, I've just been told that that bridge actually sways and rocks as you walk over it. This is already done up, but could you imagine what treasures could be in there, folks? Very old area. So some of the newer parts of the city, Glass City as we tend to call it, and then you've got Prince's Bridge, replaced from the previous structure in 2017. So a little sign about it. Some nice curves on the bridge over there. We've got an old ship canal down here, navigation route. some old bridges. So this is part of the railway infrastructure. 1837 for the arrivals area. If these walls could tell stories. So folks, I promise you a tour of the cattle fields. So conveniently, we've got some notice boards. Not that you can see them much. So this is some information about the area. The bridge, which is over there, and the arrival station. Passageway over here. Subterranean Manchester. That's what it looks like now. So this bridge here is this one here. So basically all this area here, all this would be where the Romans were, just there. Got Stevenson's Bridge, artist's impression of what it's like, 1830. There we go. Some old mason marks on it. That's what it looks like. I'm sorry that we've got a lot of sun today. It wasn't actually forecast, but I hope you can see what I'm seeing. Get you that way, maybe you can.
The original drawing.
And that is the original plan of the station, replaced in the 1900s. And conveniently, we've got the remains of a sign there, which I'm gonna have to get you this way. There you go. Just so you can see that. So those marks there, that's where the original columns of the original bridge used to stand. Victorian. So we've got the old Liverpool Road station there, 1830 again. Very, very massive building. It's beautiful. Bit of social history. Manchester Corporation's Highway Department, J&S Ayres Limited. That's going to be from the 1890s for sure. Driving around, you got a random weird paper mache head. Driving with friends, that's a whole new meaning. Probably an art project. So you've got very old buildings again. And this is the house of where the National Science Museum is. So we've got this docking area of the Bridgewater Canal, Castle Fields. Got a nice little boat there, the Betty Rose. I like that. I could live on that one easily. And then you've got your standard canal boats, the big ones. Got a medium-sized one here, the Shankly. That's a nice boat. Again, I could live on that. Yeah. We've got the viaduct at the back over there. Up there is the remains of where the Roman walls are. So right where we are now, folks, we've got the Roman remains. The Roman fort. So I'll tell you about that when I get near the wall, and it'll give it a bit more atmospherics when I'm up there. So we've got the old Victorian railway viaduct there, now disused. They've got the newer tram bridge on the other side. They're doing some renovation work down here. Look at that for a massive construction of time. All them rivets, all them bolts, all that power to actually build that. It's just amazing, and that's all made of iron and steel. And then you've got some decoration of crosses up there as well. There's one of the trains going over, and trams a bit further over as well. You've got this building here, Youth Hostel Association. People come and stay there, quite cheap to stay basically. So we've come to Manchester, come Florida. Here we are, we're in Palm Beach, Manchester. I wish we was. And then here's Mamcorium, slice of history. Yeah, sadly somebody's had a souvenir from all the emperors. That would have been Emperor Vespasian. You've got Domitian, Trajan, Marcus Aurelius. So this section of the fort, there we are, 70 to 410. There's some information just there. So Roman tours. This is the Roman wall and part of the fort structure. Sadly this is mostly what's left. There's another part just over there, the gates. But this particular area, this is all Roman. And you can see they did have stone structures. These are the size of the rooms that you'd have. You'd have granaries, mills, things like that around here. So this particular area behind me, very important. This was known in the prehistoric times. It became Roman and it was part of the Brigantes tribe. And in this area you also had the Saganti tribe from Lancashire. They were serving with the Brigantes. Peaceful to the Romans, but sadly in 79 AD that peace treaty broke down and we were near to the Roman Civil War. These were Germanic troops and they was the Batavi tribe brought over to serve with the Roman Empire in this very area. 480 to 500 soldiers, and these were also soldiers that were adequate at swimming the waters. They could easily swim the nearby rivers. Very, very skilled and powerful warriors of the day. And they was all immediately here where we are now. Can you imagine the sense of local population's worry when these Germanic soldiers was brought in to control the area? The local tribes had to bow down, and if they didn't, sadly they were wiped out, as was most of Europe at the time. Falling under the Roman war machine, not something that you'd have wanted to have done. And certainly across as far as Egypt and into Greece, North Africa, into Persia, all these areas would have been known to this particular town, importing, exporting, and this was one of the very first industrial towns of England, Manchester. Later becoming a industrial centre in the 17 and 1800s, massive railway network, and just amazing place. And I'm going to show you some photos of what the auxiliaries looked like from when I did Roman reenactment over in Chester, just to show you what sort of armour, helmets, things like that would have been worn. So this is Roman Castle Fields. This is the tower wall. I'll go up to the top just so you can see the height difference. But yes, in this very area we'd have soldiers eating, playing board games. We'd have them training as well. There'd be granaries here. There'd be mills for making bread, for making ale and storing wine. And all these people would have been actually preparing to fight. They'd have had to have done everything they could for the empire just to be a citizen of Rome. Now, many of them wouldn't have actually received a pay packet. They did it solely for the honour of the battalion and to be a citizen. Becoming a citizen of Rome, something extremely important. And that would ensure that your family was safe and ensure that prosperity endured throughout lifetime. So we're at the top of the Roman fort, and just down there you've got those trench light features. Those would have contained wooden spikes, and as you can see from the canal at the bottom just how high up we are. There's a bit of litter down there, sadly, but again you've got this area here, and just so you can see just how high we are, there's the height difference. So this is a bit lower, this is a bit higher up. You've got that area there, and this is only the corner fragment. You've got a main gate over there, and this would have been massive. As I say, 500 people here, officers, everybody. Quite amazing when you think and look back at all that history. And then just here we've got local stone, and we've got Cheshire sandstone. This is Roman carved stone here, and this particular piece, this has got the original tool marks where it's actually been shaped. Can you imagine those Romans sat here and stood day and night in the freezing cold, watching for anything happening, watching for civil war activity, other Romans wanting to ambush the fort to take the valuables? You can't really imagine it, but it's impressive. So just a little bit about the fort just there. Fragments of altars discovered now. So part of the eastern wall, there's been monuments of altars found dedicated to Fortune the Preserver, by a centurion of the 6th Legion. And then in the museum, dedicated Alias Victor, found in 2008. And then we've also got Mithras as well, from a temple on Chester Road. So this is the site layout. This is what we've got: pottery kilns, word square, lead curse figure, all this, Roman altars. So you can see just how big of a place it actually was. That's the Roman lead curse figure. Settings aren't too good on this at the minute, folks. So another history board, Western Wall and Granaries, is where we are now. Some information on it. If you want to stop and pause the video to read that, feel free. This is the rampart. Ditches. Those ditches was where the pottery was from as well. And the Roman granary. And if you remember on a previous tour, I've got about the Roman granary of Templeborough as well. There we go. And this was your method of transport. There we are. So this is all part of where the fort would be. This is where your barracks would have been, at least some of them. As you can see, it is a massive structure. You've got this steps up to the viaduct. Might have a look up there in a bit, we'll see. But then you've got this bit which I wanted to show you as well, which is a nicer part of the actual fort. So this is the main entrance to your Roman fort. This is all reconstructed. So if you can imagine, you've come to this point here, you've got soldiers right up at the top heckling at you, telling you to go away, shouting Elderberries. No, I'm joking, I'm just referring to Monty Python. But this is what you've got. You'd have had people at the top with spears as well, and in the middle. But yes, we'll go and have a look. So again, we've got another inscription this side. Now that's in Latin, folks. I can't read Latin, but it's there. This is a reconstruction, as I say. And it's probably on about different emperors that were here. And then you've got Legion 6 there at the bottom, leg V1 victory, so dedicated to the 6th Legion. You've got trenches again. So all this area here, this has all been excavated out. Again, these would have all had wooden spikes inside, and then water supplies as well. There's a new monument over here I'll have a look at in a moment. This is what your fort was. So we was over here near the granary. We've just come through this bit. So we're in this top corner of the fort. All that area over there would have been this. We've just had geese go over, and then you'd have had another gate like this further down, which is now gone. This is Roman Manchester for you. The excavations in 1978. Some of the finds that's being found. And we are very close to the River Medlock. So we're on natural defended land. So all this and all the way over there was all Roman. All auxiliaries, but you'd have had legionaries here as well. Citizens of Rome. And all this is all a part of it. Thankfully, it's somewhat preserved. So Britain keeps its history as best as it can. And we've got this lovely structure made out of sheet stones. Actually 1986, so I'm actually surprised that survived all that time. Pretty cool. So I do apologise about the noise in the distance. We are in a big city centre, but I am showing you the remains of the buildings of what's here, what's reconstructed. So this here, you've got a room here, and you've literally got a small unit there. That's your basically maybe, yeah, that could be your living quarters, your toilets, and then you've got a nice seated area there at the back to sit on. Oi. And again, just a final notice board just here.
That's the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah, that would have been... So this building here, it is actually this one, and we're part of the Vicus. So the fort is inside that gate, we're outside of the fort, this is part of the town. Look at that. That's an old carving of some sort. There's no information about it, so I don't know what it is, but it's still cool. So, because we're in Manchester, I'll show you that. The bee is on every single thing you see, a lot of things. Some more carvings on the bees of the local posts there.
It's a nice little...
So I've got this piano playing one. I can't quite make that out, but you probably can.
1848, audience of 1200.
1848, there we go.
On Monday, 28.
Frederick Chopin gave a gala concert
To 1200.
1200 people. Can you imagine that in this area? 1200 people with a concert. Got that building there. You got another beautiful former church there. Some more glass buildings.
It's a gallery or something.
So this is the John Ryland Library. Look at all the carving and all the details of that work. And then you've got these two turrets on the sides here. Absolutely amazing. And then in a moment I can show you the front door. Just look at that, that's absolutely gorgeous. Wow.
There was a few channels.
Manchester Cathedral. We will have a look at that in a bit, but we're going to do a live before that. So all this is what I call the new quarter. Look at that for a hotel, that's a Premier Inn. So if you come from America, that's the place that you'll be staying.
I don't want to stay there.
And then you've got all these glass buildings and this small brick fronted, stone fronted building up there. This is the front door of the cathedral. Goes all the way up there. I can't look up there because of vertigo. Beautiful oak doors. They look older than they are, but they're not. They're just nice. And then you've got all this beautiful carvings, oak leaves and fauna. You've got a dragon up there, so that's pretty cool. And then you've got all these nice little finials around there. And going up to the main cathedral there. These are the main steps at the side. So we've got the old bridge going over here. And then we've got this beautiful garden area, which is somewhere I'm going to sit and enjoy in a moment. Got a seating area up there. (2022), so all this is new. I've never seen any of this before. Beautiful little peaceful garden. So that's pretty cool. So this is a sign for the church. It was one Saxon church here, later becoming a stone built church that we see, a parish church, 1421, and it was made a cathedral in 1847. So we have actually got a medieval building here, late medieval. We will go and have a look at that in a bit, folks. We definitely will. I love these little dragon mounts. Absolutely amazing.
steaming light. We sailed through waters dark as night, with magnetic north as our lone guide, seeking treasure where the lost tides hide. Clean waters cloaked in mystery, hold tales of ancient history. With every cast our nets would splay, magnet fishing neath the ocean's spray. Pirate booty buried deep, knowledge kept where darkness seeps. High seas whisper tales so kind, lost treasures we're determined to find. Fish and chips on weathered decks, charts and maps, the years we collect. A compass wavers, but we steer true to the secrets only oceans knew. Kindness shines in dusky glares, among the dangers, woes, and scares. Explorers' hearts so pure and brave, seek the fortune neath the tidal wave. Beneath the waves, the past undressed, golden dreams in watery chest. While the sharp wind twists our sails, we push through dark and storied gales. Knowledge kept where darkness seeps. High seas whisper tales so kind, lost treasures we're determined to find.
Right folks, just a quick outro before, because I'm at a train station, it's quite loud. Been a fantastic day. We've had a nice meal out Minty here.
Really enjoyed ourselves, had a good time, we had a good walk around, we had some nice food. Really nice chilling day.
Got a nice video.
It's been a real pleasure meeting up with Lee.
And it been good.
It's been amazing.
Sound.
Mate.
So
Really beautiful.
I'm about to get my train. So I'm going to say thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. And until the very next time.
Much love to you all.
See you all soon folks. Bye. Well, there's Manchester in the background. What a day it's been. And absolutely loved it. Meeting up with Minty, fantastic day. So going home now, go rest up. It's still getting warm, so just about to catch the train. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.